good, y'all, man? I'm gonna string some for it for now. Man, I just got the movies. I just saw Candyman. I'm not gonna spoil it. Do I think it was good? That's up for debate. I don't really think it was good. I don't necessarily think it was bad. I feel like I can't see you going there with an open mind. So I'll put it that way. Candyman is definitely not something you can go see with an open mind in a sense. Because I mean, I hate to say it. Once you're like in like films like a cult following, and then you have to ask yourself, does something that's like, for instance, when they try to do a remake of The Shining. You play football. I used to. I don't play football anymore. I used to play football like 11 years ago. Yeah, I used to play football. I was pretty decent at it, but I don't like football. I did injure somebody in football, but that's not why I quit football. I just didn't like it. And that had to do with the coaching. I wasn't a bad player, this, that, and the third, but football, no way. And what they did to one of my coaches was just absolutely crazy. It just didn't make any sense. And then after that, you know, it was Pop Warner. Granted, how can I put it this way? There was a lot of beef between our coaches, this, that, and the third. And then my coach didn't even do anything crazy. He was that, but he would be hard on us. But he really wanted the team. I mean, we won some, we lost some. But I mean, the end of the season, we was almost about to go to Florida, and this, that, and the third, and the coach just had a complete thing. Like, he didn't know what he was doing. The interim coach, he had haterade, in my own opinion, because I was a good kicker and stuff like that. But that's not the point. Get haterade on the coach. He kind of had haterade on me, but it is what it is, man. But I'm not really a big fan of football. Like, I don't, like, if me and my sister was just talking about that, like, how I'm not really into sports like that anymore. I play basketball a little bit, but, like, I don't know. Everything's been so, I've been working a lot, so I can't play basketball like that, but I gotta change my schedule and stuff around. And it's been hot, and we got COVID. Wow, that's some bullshit, but it is what it is. That's some bullshit in itself. Man, I didn't even see that guy, and then I thought I had my other gun, but it is what it is. I know people talking about next gen, what is it, 2K22, I'm not pre-ordering it. Like, I'm not double talking. Like, when I say I'm not pre-ordering anything right now, I really legit mean I'm not pre-ordering anything. To me, it doesn't make sense to give, money for something that you don't even know anything about. And I know they've been releasing tidbits and information, but no. All they're doing is just breadcrumb, and then they release that thing talking about content creators. We can show how people can show this, that, and the third. They're getting all this stuff. Like, they get insight, they get dev access, all this other stuff. But I mean, the damage is done. That's just my opinion. I'm fairly objective about that. The damage is done. Lack of communication. You throwing money out there. Me, I really do not about to throw $108 out there for a game that I might play for, like, people shilling it, talking about this is going to be the best 2K ever, and then they quit on the game. And the cycle is done. Like, I'm sticking to my guns and saying I'm not buying 2K. I don't even play video games like that anymore. I don't have time to, because I've been working. Like, they try to put me on schedule at my job for like 6 days in a row. I had to talk to my boss, well, my mom, and we had to talk to the boss. So what they did was absolutely crazy. Find out people left at my job, this, that, and the third. They ain't got no body. Key and essential people do the front end is basically gone. They're taxing people with hours. This, that, and third. We got a shortage. Man. All right, now I'm just stacking up my money. Today was kind of a good day, but stuff kind of leveled out in terms of like, you know, stuff. I still got well over $1,000, but then again, I'm not about to do anything with that. You need cash on hand, so I'm not about to do anything like invest. I'm not about to do that. I'm just trying to save up my money past a certain point, and then I'm not about to invest with that. I'm about to just be chilling. I did get to my point where it was like, yeah, $1,000. So I did get to that. But I'm gonna give you all my official thoughts on Candyman. I'm not gonna spoil it, but that was not even a horror film. If I'm being completely honest, I'm not gonna say any of the stuff. But a lot of it's not even really that gory. Like, parts of it were gory, but that's at the tail end. To me, they had too much going on. And then, most of the films, I think nobody even asked for. So, if you, like, I watched Candyman, like, last year, and I had to watch that for a film class that I did pretty well in. We had to critique everything. I'm a business major, but I still had to take, like, an arts class. So I had to critique films and what basically the elements of horror, this, that, and the third. Had to watch Psycho, this, that, and the third. But I think Bates Hotel or Motel, I think that was decent. But again, there's a lot of stuff, franchises, like for instance, when they did the Evil Dead franchise with, what's the guy? His name was Bruce something. Bruce Campbell. I think that too much time has passed, and I feel like he owns the rights or something. He got in a deal. Well, he didn't really have the say-so creative control over it, but he still kind of had to sign off. He did a cameo. But otherwise, no, I don't really watch horror. I really don't. It's not my thing. I'm not big on it. But I think a lot of stuff, man, just gotta leave it in 2020. Or back then, because a lot of stuff always didn't even come out. Like, if Candyman, I mean, it wasn't bad, but again, if, you know, it wouldn't have been anything that, like, ooh, it should make a break. Because a lot of stuff is in box office bombs. I think a lot of stuff, it's not even really a matter if it's good. It's just something to see. Something that you just go and see just because there's nothing to do. I didn't have my shots, this, that, and the third, but, like, yeah. At a certain point, I just realized that, like, yeah, there's nothing really that important out here to do. So people might just go to the movies, this, that, and the third. I mean, the movies is, how can I say, everything has been scaled back. And I mean, for good reasons, but again, spending $10 on this, that, and the third, like, wow. Saturday. Okay, yeah. I get paid next week on the 6th. Yeah. So, I think I'm doing good on that component, because I definitely have my goal. And I may have another check coming, so I'll probably have over, like, I don't know, all my stuff together. I'll probably have like $4,000, but that's not going towards anything. I was telling my sister, like, certain stuff ain't even, like, $4,000 is a lot of money in a sense, but, like, that's only, like, what, 2 months of, like, of expenses, if you think about it. Well, depending on where you live. That's only 2 months worth of expenses, but, like, yeah. Gas is going up. Everything's going up. I think the way stuff is, like, I don't know, man. I can't wait to see some money and stuff back in my pocket from taxes to see how much, whatever it is, how much I get back. I'm more than likely gonna get all my money back. Cause like I know that probably before stuff like that, I know I'd at least get like 40 something dollars taken out of my things for taxes. I mean, I'm cool with that because I don't make that much money to begin with anyway. Like, I probably, well, before I scaled my hours, I was probably getting like, I would probably get like, what, like 700 a month? But I'm not about to work that hard no more. You know, way. I'm cooking out in the hot sun like all summer. I didn't like, to be honest, I only had like two weeks off. Well, not 2 weeks off back to back, but I only had like maybe I only have not worked like 2 weeks out the whole entire summer. So my months and stuff were spent working. So I had nothing against working, but again, man, them hours and then a lot of key and important people that are gone. That just changed the workplace dynamic, but I don't know, man. For lack of better words, it is what it is, this component, this piece. I mean, in this phase right now, down how I'm thinking, it's just like a lot of stuff is kind of, I'm not seeing that to accept it. It's just like, wow. In the grand scale of things, we're seriously still dealing with, like, I don't know, products and things, you know, unforeseen circumstances. Like, wow. If this is the best that we got, then the bar was really set low. Because I'm still feeling that just about, like, you know, hell, the movies. Like, because I just went to the movies and stuff, the concessions and stuff like that. Lack of a better word, you know, popcorn, so they don't crack you upside the head with that. So there's no surprise with that. So I don't particularly find that that surprising. But man, movies and stuff like that, bruh. $40. You don't spend about $70 at the movies. Like you have a family of like what, four? You're gonna spend about $10. And the movie theater I went, I had like free movie passes and stuff like that because the people, they messed up the screen, stuff wasn't working. We went there, it was sold out, but I think it would have been better because it was like, it would have been a little bit more smooth. Yeah, in a sense, we got to the movies, the stuff it didn't start. We missed like, we didn't even miss the previews. The movie started late and it kind of ended late, so I mean, it is what it is. But the preview for movies, all horror films and all horror films, stuff that I'm not gonna see for the most part. Like Halloween, I don't want to see it in a sense, but if it's something to do, and after I get my third shot, you know, it might be something. Again, there's not that much to do. Honestly, that's why I think certain stuff really at this point, this stage of the game, it doesn't even like a fraction mean that something was good. It just means people are bored. Like something hits, like, I don't know, let's say a doo-doo movie. I think Shang-Chi is about to be a box office bomb. Snake Eyes was a box office bomb. I mean, Snake Eyes, I definitely give it the Candyman effect. It's just that the film, nobody really asked for it. It's just like, you know, something in development. People had their mind knowing we're going to do this, and the third. We're going to get somebody who has a reputable type of I would say they done some reputable work. They done some reputable roles, and they basically give them a bad script, this, that, and the third. It's not really making any sense, and we're gonna see what it do. We're gonna put a budget of like 30 million, this, that, and the third, and we'll see how much money we can make. But Candyman was a slow film. That's all I can tell y'all. I'm not about to spoil it, but I would say it's something if you were bored to watch, but like, for the lack of a better word, you can catch it on Fire Stick, bro. Honestly, truly speaking, it's one of those ones that was probably better on Fire Stick. And that's new shit. I know people or companies and stuff lose money because people are streaming and stuff, but I mean, some stuff it's about, it's not, the stuff's not even like $100 million in my opinion. They have all these computer graphics, all these different effects. You can't keep up. All Snake Eyes was, in my honest opinion, was nothing but CGI. That's what over half the film was comprised of, CGI. And for what, I do not know. And I'm being completely objective when I say that. That's not subjective. When they had the snakes and stuff in there, yeah. I'm like, when G.I. Joe came out in 2009, like the first one, like the movie, and then they had another one in like 2012, 2013. I'm like, that's absolutely crazy. When we think about it, I mean, it's hard to believe, in my opinion, that this, that, and the third, it's been that long. But then again, it's really not. When you realize, I mean, a lot of stuff, people say stuff seems like yesterday. I mean, to me, no. A lot of time has passed, but life is really short. If we really think about it, like, you know, I don't want to be cliche, like we talking about a day you never have, a day you never have again. I mean, that's kind of life. Life is just kind of like, you know, from a point A to point B. Like, you know, you go to school for 18 years, this, that, and the third, or 12, and then you go get your master's, all this stuff. You go do all this stuff. I mean, yes, that's part of it. There's levels to it, but at the same time, man, like, I told somebody, like, yeah, I'm not about to get no MBA. So to me, there's no point. I don't like school. I don't like the curriculum. I don't like the processes. And then the short turnaround times, people looking at you like you crazy, like professors, like, are talking about group projects that are unavoidable. But I'm like, yeah. But then again, I just hoping that my stuff, like investments, go well, because I'm building me a house. I want to do what I want to do. In terms of, I build me a house, this, that, and the third, take care of some stuff. And my time will be like working out, doing this stuff, and like, I don't know. Cause outside of that, man, I really cannot tell you. You know, a lot of stuff. This stage of the game, a lot of stuff's not really appealing to me. Like, people want you to spend money on stuff, and it's not even. To me, I'm not going to steal anything unless I done seriously seen the results. But again, a lot of stuff, it changes quickly. And then a lot of stuff, it's not a finished product, or it's a flawed product at that, or just a concept. To me, I gotta have more than that. That's how I'm thinking. That's how I'm operating in a sense. Because, like, anybody can go in here and say that, oh, this film and stuff is great. We're going to incentivize. A lot of businesses and stuff like that, they're trying to put butts in the seats. Like, you think about all this stuff, like these movie theaters. Some of these people have limited their offerings. Got him. Yeah, for me right now, I definitely say I can't get 2K to $107, even though I've got it now. I ain't no way in hell I'm about to do that. I'm sticking to my guns. I'm not pre-order 2K, bro. I just can't. And the only game I can say I might get legitimately, and I kind of want to try, but again, I'm in the same boat. I don't have no problem buying Deathloop, but I do not want to buy a video game, not in any type of, FOMO. How many kills I got? I'm doing good. I don't even play video games like that. If I'm being completely honest, like I haven't touched my console in a few days. I'm not saying the best, but I think that I did something. I don't think this is a fluke. I get frustrated with games now. And to be honest, with a lot of stuff, I just can't keep up with it. In terms like before, I could keep up to a certain extent with what they have in the game and what they don't. Me right now, I'm not really checking for Fortnite. It's just something I just get on and play. I'm not trying to say that, oh yeah, I'm just that, and the third. But I mean, Fortnite is, to me, honestly, it's an easy game I can pick up. Not really that much, exerting that much effort into finding the game. You just get put in the game. And I'm gonna have to upload that clip to Twitter, man. I was just kicking ass, man. To be completely honest. Oh man. Let me think about some other stuff that's been going on in terms of, like, I think the video games, in my opinion, because there's so many delays and unforeseeable events, I'd rather something not even come out if it's ass. Like, if your game, even still, to this point, we haven't seen anything about NBA 2K22. I feel like people said, it might be delayed. And if it is delayed, I mean, at this point, the yearly process of certain stuff, like people talking about Vanguard is about to be good. Vanguard is not about to be good, man. And I'm like, again, Call of Duty and 2K, that's a good, for me, that's a good $250 save, bro. Honestly, that's a good $250 saved. Because if we're being completely honest, I might play 2K a lot more than I do play Call of Duty. But Lord knows I probably got like over 300 hours of 2K played. Maybe Call of Duty I probably got like 140 hours. That's a lot of time. But again, there's a lot of games that I'm not going to be waiting around for an update to come out. Again, it's just not really worth it. So, in other news, in my opinion, it's going to really be, I said a culmination of a few things. Like for me, bump what a game says, or somebody who's getting paid to write an article about how good a game is. I feel like the biggest thing is, at least, what's going to be the nail in the coffin for 2K. And I don't know what it's called. I think it's called the Playmaker. The next Playmaker thing that they got, the content creator to get dev access. They're getting big names, and they're like, I don't know if it's a content creator platform or this, that, and the third, but I mean, imagine being legally binded to 2K. Not against 2K for like the, in a sense, because I mean, there's probably bigger decisions made by the company, but yeah, the actual people take Two Interactive, but no. If I look at the last 6 years, 2K has been bad. There's no way I can break down everything that went wrong with the majority of the games. 2K16, the beginning of it was terrible. I'll tell anybody that. The beginning of that game was just terrible, but it's the best 2K of all time because they got their shit together. Wow. Other games, you can't say that. That's just the benefit of the doubt, in my opinion. I think the last time I talked to one of my friends, I saw him at my job on one of these days. Me and him, we had talked about games. We definitely agree games don't hit the same anymore. It's like, you know, middle school games and stuff were cool, but I mean, when you have work, you have this, that, and the third. Games is something like, yeah, it's a breath of fresh air. But because me and all my friends are kind of grown up in a sense, this, that, and the third, we got responsibilities, this, that, and the third. I think only one of my friends out of the group has like a child, so congratulations to him and getting engaged. So I feel like that's a different stage and step of life. But outside of that, man, games just ain't hitting the same. Why would you pay $70 for a game you haven't seen? You're hoping that it's good. Like 2K did show the Battle Pass, or whatever the hell that shit's called, the Game Pass, whatever it is. It's supposed to be free. I ran into it. I looked at the stuff, how you have to hit level 40 4 different times in what you call it, in the actual game's life cycle. They only have like 10 seasons or whatnot. And yeah, you have a certain amount of time. And it's going to be difficult. To me, I'm not really with that. I'm not really with that. And again, I'm not going to be shilling something that I haven't seen with my own 2 eyes, and I've not seen anything with. And again, same thing with cryptos. I'm not shilling anything that I personally not seen, games and stuff or anything. I do a lot of research, and after this, like, I still do a lot of research. This, that, and the third. Like, today, I had one of my investments go up by like $400, and then it kind of leveled off. And it went back down to like $300. Down $300, so I mean, it's not that bad. But at the same time, again, that's just not a thing that I'm like, wow. $8 cost average, there's some stuff. To me, dollar cost averaging is, I mean, it's okay. I mean, you do that. But again, in more ways than one, man, I really can't tell you. In more ways than one, I feel you got a dollar cost average for a majority of societies you do. Like, in terms of being frugal, like, not necessarily being frugal, but like, you know, it's a steakhouse and stuff like that is, you know, $14 or something like that, or $15 an entree, and the food isn't the same. To me, I give places maybe like one chance, and that's all it'll take. Like, I know my dad last week, he got salmon from this place. That salmon was bad. He told me it was bad. You know, I didn't have a conviction to get salmon. You know, bro, you know Winston's is going to be closed. They're completely closed on Sundays.
It'll be temporary. We'll get a little lack of staff.
And they don't want to overburden the staff.
Yeah, we're having to work like 3 days a week. Plus, I mean, they don't have to run operating costs. A restaurant, I've been able to shut the place down and so everything.
Oh, you know that place Briggs? Did I tell you that? They closed.
Oh, I don't know.
They say they had like 3 or 4 other ones, but the one that's kind of near, what you call it, by one we passed, that closed down. That's like, of course, that can't go away. I was weak when he said that. Cause that had me weak. Cause we passed by that place all the time, and they said they weren't necessarily not profitable, they didn't have nobody to work, and then they just got tired of it. Why would you have a space? And that's kind of cutting into it. You're not making any money. But I'm kind of with you in a certain point. Like if a bar goes out of business, I mean, there's plenty of bars. I hate that's someone's business in a sense, but if you're stuck on all that, hey, it went out of business, baby. It went out of business. Like, if you got a place that's charging $13 for mixed drinks, yeah, you can go make your own mixed drinks at home. But I know it's the effort. You gotta have that cup. This, that, and the third. was getting excited about something. Like this morning, I was doing good. I thought I was doing good, man. But I might play some Madden in a minute. I'm gonna go get myself something to drink, and then I'm gonna chill. I might play a few more games of this, and I probably have to go. And to be honest, I'm gonna be completely honest and transparent, man. A lot of stuff, man, for me, like, I'm not doing double talk. I'm sticking with my guns. I'm not buying 2K. This year was an absolute flop, and there's only about a couple more days in the thing. Yeah, we're only a couple days away. But after this week, you might as well go ahead and say that this shit is over. And there's not any deliverables, like, at all. And I'm not gonna double talk at all. I'm gonna stick to my guns. When I say I'm not pre-ordering 2K, I'm not. You can believe that. Because in my opinion, like, I don't like paying for something up front. It's not having anything being cheap. I mean, someone called me a miser. I'm like, that. I see that as a compliment, to be completely honest. A lot of stuff, I know what fine stuff is. Like, you know, like, so I'm still laughing. One time I went to this restaurant, this, that, and third, and the person was telling me that, well, I don't know chicken. I'm black. Of course I know chicken. Like, you remember Hurricane Wings? That place went out of business.
Maybe I'm black.
Yeah. Sweetie, we black. We eat chicken.
I eat chicken like every day.
Yeah. It don't matter what type of jerk chicken.
Fried chicken, jerk, grilled.
Grilled. Sautés. Skewered chicken. Everything.
Roasted. Toasted.
Deep fried.
Okay.
Come on, man. Oven roasted, broiled. Okay, yeah, man. Mustard based chicken. You know, I went to that halal place that I went to, and that chicken was not done, bruh.
Oh, remember that last place we had in DC, Aladdin's?
Yeah, that was good. That was black people. That was good. And Muslim people. That food was good. How about that? That was some bull. So I just wanted to leave it. I'm just still thinking about in terms like, bruh, don't you realize there isn't, like, there's a question of legitimacy of, like, let's say someone talking about that Candyman was the best film, like, it's one of the top. I would say people just going to see it because they ain't nothing to do. Like, if someone said that thing just got $70 million opening weekend, I was like, that's because nobody got anything to do. There ain't no movies out there. And it's a piece of a film that people feel like, oh yeah, this might be good. They're there for a rude awakening. I didn't say it was good. And I definitely didn't say it was bad. It's just not what it is. I feel like you want a watered down experience of a horror film. There's your movie. There's your movie. But being warned, there is some gore, but it's just like the way the thing is, it's like it's set up. I don't know how to explain it. Cause like there's people making videos on the stuff like the ending explain this, that, and the third. But to me, there's not that much to explain. The script, all over the place, and I mean, they tried to have the dialogue, this, that, and the third. But I mean, once you get to a point, it's like, wow, this is what we're really out here doing. This is the best thing we can come up with. We want people to spend their hard-earned money. Like for me to see what you call it, I'm still thinking about it. Yeah, for me to see that it would be like an hour's worth of work. An hour's worth of work for Candyman. I think the movies. People talk about movies weren't profitable, movie theaters losing a lot of money. I'm not saying they're not losing a lot of money. But what I'm saying is, how do you take a family experience and charge $13? I don't understand that. And even I'm still thinking about mom talking about respect. That film is not worth $20. That film is not worth $20. I was like, ain't no way that film is on.
If you're a family of four and you're considering going to a movie,
Yeah.
Like at home, I mean that's $5 per person.
Yeah, everybody got $5. Ain't no way. Yeah, I definitely agree. That's a better deal than spending $40.
Like if you have 12 kids.
Yeah, you're right. I'm still thinking about mom talking I shouldn't throw that drink out. $8. That'd be $8. Mom talking I've been laughing when mom be talking junk about things. That was a waste of money. That was a waste of money. When mom be looking at her pocket, that was a waste of money. That was some crap, bro. Mom is hilarious. That was some crap. That really wasn't even worth it. Is that football game still on? Maybe they went to overtime. I'm good out there. Give me something to drink. I'm parched. You feel me? I'm parched.
Yeah, I am too. It's that salty popcorn.
Yeah, it's that salty popcorn. Popcorn be good, but like, I'm still thinking about the amount of time I went without movie theater popcorn. I went like a year without movie theater popcorn to a certain extent. Cause movie theaters weren't like they weren't selling popcorn. Cause my state we locked everything down. Now everything's a little bit opened up. I'm not really a fan of it. But again, a lot of stuff's about money. I feel like everything's gotten to a point where it don't even matter. Like business and stuff wide open. I know people talk about livelihood, but I think there's otherwise. Some stuff ain't about livelihood. I didn't fold with that one, but I'm still thinking about a lot of aspects and components Man, the stuff costs way too much money. And this, that, and third, you ever receive like an end product. And then speaking of that, I have to go and do this business analysis. I'm gonna definitely try to get this $400 that my professor was supposed to be doing. So I think she's connected to this brand. We're supposed to be giving like an outline about what's the advantage that I gotta do this homework tomorrow. So I'm gonna do that, but I'm gonna work on this project. And tomorrow I'm gonna go and stay after with my professor to do some derivatives problems for calculus because all I need is calculus. Like I just need to get through, and yeah. For me personally, I don't math. Little algebra stuff, sure, but all this stuff that's not even real, rational numbers, graphing, shading, open, close, circle, all this stuff. 10 factorial, 10 times 9 times 8 times 7 times 6 times 5 times 4 times 3 times 2 times 1. I understand that. I just don't like it. And I'll tell anybody, the biggest thing now is that you don't even need a calculator. Because, I mean, there's people, math geniuses and stuff like that already have a calculator that can basically do all the equations. A lot of stuff is just computational. People plug in a certain stuff, but the only margin of stuff like that they have is error. It's error. So I think about it that way. I remember my professor, you know the one I talk about, she was getting a whole, talking about credentials, talking about, can you really call Waka Flocka a real PhD? No, it's an honorary. That man did not put in the work. But I mean, a PhD, yeah, I never get a PhD. I'm in 100%, it's a waste of time. I'm not going to, say you went through it, hey, that's good for you.
It depends on what you want to do with your life.
Yeah, I know my goal in life is not get a PhD. I think I'm done with school altogether. That's just my personal belief. It's no point. Because to me, I think in more ways people are concerned about what the program looks like, and that's all fine and dandy. But I'm here to tell you, at a certain point, Bria, at a certain point with school, DGAS. What is DGAS?
I don't give a shit.
Yeah, exactly. Like, all this work and stuff, like, I understand there's no easy breaks, but yeah, nah. At what point do you realize that if over half your time is spent and you don't have a break, yeah, nah. That's why this stuff is not appropriate at all. I mean, there's nothing at that point I'll be willing to be like, yeah, I can kind of see. The way courses are now, no. I need to delete some of these games on my console, so I might do that. Yeah, I think schooling, in my opinion, only gets worse. That's just my personal opinion. Like, nah. Because me at a certain point, it's not that I don't like school. I just hate the process. I just hate the process of it in regards to people have unrealistic expectations, and because the department is the way it is, it has to look so serious, but there's foolishness and stuff going behind the scenes and a lot of disconnects. a lot of departmental rules, and even if you're not even hitting guidelines, they try to push stuff like no. That's why I'm more than likely not going back to school, and because I don't feel like it. Again, I feel like it's my prerogative, this, that, and the third, but yeah, man. I hope stuff goes well, this, that, and the third, but like, yeah. If something goes good, man, I take care of a few things. First order of business is get everything set up correctly. Versus ass cheeks, man. If you had to do all that and you did something like that, what does that tell me about you? That's why Fortnite, I don't take this game seriously, man. Any game that, it feels like you are glorified, you're playing for a doggone cup without the rewards, like, yeah, you can throw the game away, man. And again, that's just my opinion. That's honestly how I feel, because to me, it's not worth it. And there this dude go again with this shit, man. Dumbass. See, this is why I can't stand this game, bruh. You allow some shit like that to happen, and, like, bruh, it takes away from the game. Nobody can tell me that it does not take away from the game. Because instead of like playing like an actual person, this dude followed me wherever I went. Please tell me how that's incentivized me to get better as a player. Unpopular opinion threat. Please tell me how that's making the game better. In a logical sense. I can't. And that's 100% strictly because I can't say that that's making me a better player. And I can truly say that. And that type of encounter is supposed to make it telling me to be a better player. That's not an adequate representation of skill. That guy wasn't really beating me by building. He's got super stuff going on. He was the ability to even do something like that, use a rift. I don't even know how that guy even got a rift. Is it still a rift fish? Last time I checked, I don't even know. I can't keep up with the game. But I thought rifts were supposed to be more of a thing that people don't get like that. I'll be laughing at certain stuff that people be saying. It don't make any sense. Like, je n'ai pas de frère. I gotta see what I got on that French. I don't feel like I did bad. Wow. GG's, yo.